Finally, Arsenal and William Saliba have reached an agreement in principle on a new 4-year deal. So let's read it from David Ornstein's exclusive tweet when he said, Arsenal have reached an agreement with William Saliba over 4-year contract. 22-year-old had 12 months on existing deal, but fresh terms with time down, until at least 2027, amid strong interest from Premier League clubs and abroad, now on to paperwork stage. Fantastic news. This kind of news that a lot of Arsenal fans have been expecting for the last few weeks. Some of you are getting apprehensive whether Saliba will not sign that contract, even though I was quietly confident. But I remember I made a video about him not overly demanding excess wages that might actually cause some kind of disharmony in the squad and in the camp. But finally, both club and player have found some sort of compromise, and he's going to sign a new deal that will keep him here for the next 4 years. Fantastic news. You could see in that tweet a lot of clubs. We know Saliba is top class, borderline world class. He won't be short of suitors. Let's be real. He will not be short of suitors. He won't be short of takers. He wanted to leave Arsenal. But I'm so happy and very delighted that he has decided to stay at Arsenal. I'm loving the defensive setup at Arsenal. It's funny that most of these pundits, quote unquote, okay, let me say quote unquote, some of them are former players, but their punditry is so mediocre sometimes. The fact that you play the game doesn't make you an authority on analyzing the game. You could actually be silly. We've seen former players that make bad coaches. So I think former players can actually make bad pundits. How can you say Arsenal will actually fall out of the top four with no evidence to back up your point, with no quality quantitative data to back up your point? You just based on you don't just like Arsenal, so Arsenal will fall out of the top four next season. That's as in based on what? The transfer window is barely open. We know Arsenal is strengthening. I know they like Liverpool, Manchester United, Manchester City inclusive. The other top six clubs, Spurs, they actually add to their squad. So has Arsenal. If you look at the squads, right, aside from Manchester City, who are a very strong squad, I think Arsenal's squad comes second based on the players or the PL teams, the Premier League teams have at the moment. Based on, like, look at our defensive setup, Saliba, Gabriel, arguably, aside from Man City, individually and collectively, the most dependable defense in the league. Now, you can say Newcastle based on clean sheet, but if you look at quality of personnel, aside from Man City, nobody trumps Arsenal on defensive setup individually and collectively. Like I said, let me mention Saliba, Gabriel Magalhaes, even Kivio, that we were thinking he might be shaky. Kivio showed that he can be a top class defender. In the future, you can see the traits are there. I didn't even know it was as quick as I saw him in the last few games of the season that we saw him play. Even though he needs to work on his physicality, you can see there's a player there. We have Tomiyasu. I know he's struggling with injuries. It happens when he comes from another league to a new league. Sometimes let's see how his start season in English Premiership will turn out. I think Tomiyasu, if he can overcome his injury worries, he's a solid defender, and he can play across the back for the left back, the right back, the center half. He can play across. Ben White, another fantastic defender. Those are four solid defenders. And yet, Arsenal fall out of top four. When I watch the mainstream media sometimes, I can't just help but just laugh at their poor analysis, the fact that they have an agenda against Arsenal and certain clubs. I don't know. See, you need to be objective when you want to analyze and you are pushing out the fact that you're trying to be objective. But when we hear this analysis and this punditry, it's just laced with prejudice, it's laced with bias over the top. Like, can we just be sensible? Be sensible. And don't claim to be fair and objective when you're going to be biased, so we can know where you're coming from. I'm happy Saliba is about to sign this new contract. I'm happy he's staying. I'm happy that Arsenal can build on the momentum of this season and learn from the mistakes of last season. All we need, in my opinion, to bring in quality additions, not just quantity. We need quality additions and be very lucky. Regardless of addition you bring, sometimes you have to be very lucky with injuries. If you are lucky with injuries next season, bring in the required quality additions. I won't be surprised if Arsenal wins the league next season. It's not impossible. I know Man City are a very strong team. I know Liverpool will actually add some quality to their squad and come back with a fight. I don't think their fight will be strong enough. You have to look at the average age of the Arsenal squad. Saka, Martinelli, Saliba, Gabriel Jesus. Look at it. The average age is 25 to 26. Odegaard, I know Partey is an old head. Xhaka is about to leave the club. We're going to bring in Declan Rice, all things being equal. So look, you can't tell me Arsenal going to suddenly retrogress. It looks like it's going to be progressive, and Arsenal actually planning for a fight next season, regardless of if we're going to play in Champions League. I just think, regardless of what the mainstream, aka the lamestream, and some of these overly biased content creators trying to push an agenda that Arsenal is not as strong as we're looking. Just wait for the evidence in this coming season. It's going to surprise a lot of people. Arsenal are actually stacking up players aside from the first 11. They're trying to make sure they have a solid bench. Solid bench. And I will not be surprised, let me mention it again, if Arsenal actually wins the league ahead of Man City next season. I'm not saying Man City will just fall off. I think they're a strong team. They'll make certain additions. I just think if Bernardo Silva and Konuko decide to leave, Man City, even though they bring a replacement, they will not gel as they've been gelling for the last 5 seasons. Like, share, subscribe. Let me know what you think about Saliba's deal in the comment section. And let me know what you think about Arsenal falling out of the top 4 next season in the comment section. Like, share, subscribe. I'll see you guys on the next one.